everyone, it's Angela at Angela's Southern Comfort Dishes and Seasonings. So tonight's Southern Comfort dish I bring to you will be my homemade donuts. Now let me let you know, this recipe is so easy. It tastes so darn good. They're light, they're fluffy, they full of flavor. You're gonna love them, honey. The family gonna love them. I tell you what, while you're cooking the holiday dinner, honey, go ahead and make up the donuts, honey, hour or two early. So that way you can put them on the table, honey, and everybody's enjoying them. I'm telling you, you're gonna love this. And it doesn't require a lot of your time to do this or a lot of ingredients. So come on over, honey. Let Angela show y'all what we about to be doing, okay? Come on over. Let's get started. First of all, I'm gonna get my bowl. Now we're gonna need a bowl. We're gonna need a large bowl with a top. So I suggest you all get a large bowl, whatever size bowl you have. Get a large bowl with a top. Let me set this top to the side because we're gonna need that top in a little bit. I'll show you that later. But in the meantime, let's get straight to it. Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do, first of all, we have 1 stick of melted butter, and you're gonna melt this butter in the microwave for about a minute. Okay, you just wanna make sure it's melted real good. Okay, get all that butter. So we're gonna put our butter in there. Just empty it in there just like that. And you're gonna need a whisk. You're really gonna need a whisk for this. If you don't have a whisk, I would recommend using a cake spatula, but you really need a whisk, okay? But you use what you have, all right? Next, we're gonna need 1 large egg, just 1 large egg. All right, add that in here. All right, so then what we're gonna do at this time, we're just gonna go ahead and whisk it up. Just whisk it up. Mix it really well. All right. Next, the recipe calls for ½ teaspoon of salt. I can let you know I got a little bit of nutmeg on there. I'll let you know that I'm using ½ tablespoon of salt. Okay. All right. We're gonna whisk. Whisk, whisk, whisk. All right, next we're gonna add 4 tablespoons of granulated white sugar. That's what the recipe calls for. 4 tablespoons of granulated white sugar. I'll have you notice I'm actually using 5 in mine. I'm gonna be honest, I'm using 5, but the recipe calls for 4. Continue to whisk. Next, I'm going to put in our nutmeg. This is ground nutmeg. This is 1 tablespoon. It smells so good, Jesus. For those of you who do not prefer to use nutmeg, you can also use allspice if you prefer. But this recipe calls for nutmeg. All right. All right. Next, we have 1 cup of whole milk. All right. I'm going to set that in our little bowl here. And just in case we might need some more milk. But the recipe calls for 1 cup of milk, and that's what we poured in. 1 cup of milk. Now I tell you, I've made this night before last and they went 10 minutes. It wasn't even 10 minutes in our household and they were gone. The husband, the kids, and me, honey, we tore them daggone things up. I'm telling you, y'all gonna love them. And I said, look, let me go in here and record this for the one time for the children, honey. Let me go ahead and record this for the children, because the children need some sweets for the holidays. All right, y'all know you got the children at home, honey, nieces, nephews, grandchildren, honey. Get the children some donuts, and trust me, they're gonna be asking for more, and you're gonna love this recipe. All right, so now that we got all of our ingredients in there, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna add in 1 package of rapid instant yeast. Now I'm using Fleischmann's, whatever one you want to use. It has to be rapid instant yeast, okay? That's what you have to have. And all you need is 1 package, right? Now, if you want to make a double batch, then it's double the process of everything I'm showing you here. Because I'll be honest, I did that night before last. All right. And y'all know what I tell you, keep your little bag by you so you put your trash in while you're cooking or you're preparing your meals, and then when you finish, you throw your trash away. All right. All right, so we got all that mixed up. I got to get all that from the sides. We got to have it all mixed up. All that yeast needs to be well mixed. All right, now what we're going to do is, once I get all this stirred up the best I can, because you can't have any on the side. It's got to be all mixed, well mixed. Nothing on the side. No yeast on the side. Make sure you stir completely in the bottom of your bowl to get all that yeast, okay? Once you get all the yeast from the side of your bowl, what you want to do is, next what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to cover this with the top for 5 minutes, all right? Let me make sure I got all my yeast off the side and off my whisk, all right? All right, so I got everything off the side. So now what we're going to do is we're going to set this aside, and we have to cover it up for 5 minutes, all right? So let me do that right here. Let me get my top. And so in 5 minutes, you want to make sure there's no air. Make sure it's tight. Make sure your bowl is covered tight when you're doing this process. All right, now when I come back in 5 minutes, we're going to add, we have 3 cups right here. Here's 1 cup, and then this is 2 cups, okay, of all-purpose flour. So we have a total of 3 cups of all-purpose flour. In 5 minutes, we're going to add our flour, and I'm going to show you what we have to do next, okay? Okay, honey. Mama got disconnected from the children. Mama, sorry, honey. Okay, so we continuously getting the dough off my hand, honey, so we can get these donuts going, okay? All right, so now we're going to continue to mix our dough till we got it well incorporated. The trick was to get all that from the side, all that off our hands. We're just going to keep on doing this till we get all that off our hands, okay? And we got all of that off the side. All that off the side. That's all we wanted. And I had to use the cake spatula to get it off the side. I had to use the cake spatula, okay? And then I used the cake spatula to get the excess dough off my hand as well. So once you do this, this is what your dough will look like. This is what your bowl will look like. You have nothing else on the side. Nothing on the side, nothing at the bottom. You just keep working that dough, working that dough. And like I said, if you don't have a cake spatula, use like a butter knife and just try to scrape all that off the side and all that off your hand that you can. Okay? All right, because we're about to take the dough now, and we're gonna put our top back on the bowl, and we're gonna let it rise for 1 hour. Okay? 1 hour. That's all we need. Kind of kneading it. You roll it in, roll it out. That's all you got to do. Roll it in and roll it out. And then when we come back, I'll show you the next step we're going to do. Okay? Lord, just getting back on my hand again. Honey, you can tell Mama be in this kitchen. Let me get my cake spatula, honey. We need all that dough. All right, everyone. So I'm going to cover this back up. I'm just trying to get all the dough as I can off my hands. I don't want to throw anything away that I can use. I don't care how much it is, honey. You know what Angie tell you, honey. If you spent your money, go back and get it. I ain't about to throw nothing down the drain, okay? Sure ain't. All right. Now, what we're going to do is just going to let this rise for about 1 hour. Honey. And then Mama going to come back for the children, honey. I'm going to come back to y'all, honey. And we're going to be ready to make us some donuts. Trust me when I tell you. Don't worry, Mama ain't getting her hand dirty no more. I ain't gonna wash my hand. All right, children, Mama gonna put this top on. All right. Make sure you hit it in the middle. We want to get all the air out. All right. All right, Mama gonna come back in an hour. Okay, everyone, it is time for us to take our dough out. As you see, our dough has risen to a larger size, so I'm gonna remove my top. Okay, I have my rolling pin here. If you don't have a rolling pin, it's okay. Just get you a cup and make sure you have some flour around it. Now I have my little cookie dough. I'm gonna use the small one for donut holes, and this will be the size of our donuts, okay? Now the way I preserve my rolling pin, as I always say, when I wash it off real good with soapy hot water, what I do is I take a paper towel and dry mine, then I lay it on top of my stove and I let it air dry for like 2 or 3 hours, and then I wrap it in foil real tight, and then I put it like inside of a Kroger bag real tight, and I roll the bag real tight like grandma would. And honey, that's how I preserve mine. Now also, I have a cup of sugar, white granulated sugar. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that later. Right now, in order for us to remove our dough out the bag, we need to take some more flour, okay? And the reason why we're laying down flour on our surface of our working area is because, like I told you, the dough is going to be sticky, right? So we just need a little bit of flour, just a little bit. And this is the all-purpose flour. Whatever brand you use is fine, okay? It's up to you. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just push this out the way for a minute. I'm recording. I'm so sorry, guys. So now I didn't even need that much flour. That's just too much flour. I don't even need that much, Lord. Let me just kind of push this over here a little bit. Sorry. Mama done made a mess, honey. Don't need all that flour. I ain't know I put that much out there. Ugh. I just dropped it in my sink. I'll get it in the hot water in a little bit. So we just want to put a little bit out here in our working station. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to pull our dough out just like that. See how it comes on out? Cool. All right. So then what we're going to do is going to take some of that flour and sprinkle it on top. Okay. That was my bowl that I just put in the sink. I apologize about that noise. All right, so we just want to do it just like that because the dough is going to stick. It's going to be a little sticky, so you just want a little flour in your working station just like that, okay? Like I said, I put a little bit too much, and we don't need all that. So I'm going to remove some of this out of the way, and I probably reserve some on the side just in case I need it, okay? I don't think I will, but just in case. I think I'm going to got my little bag right here. I don't know why I didn't think of that. No, I always tell you all, honey, keep a little bag on the side, honey. All right, so now we got it where we want it to be. So now we're just gonna take the dough. I'm just gonna knead it just like that. It smells so good, all right? I know you guys can't smell it, but trust me, honey, it smells so good. I promise you it does. Okay, so now what we wanna do, oh, you gotta get a little bit of flour. Look at it, I'm messing up all the way around. We're gonna get it. Look, and we're gonna need a little bit more flour. So let Mama get a little bit more flour so we can just roll this on out. I said I wasn't gonna need it, but I did need some. Honey, Mama gonna get it together for the children, honey. Trust me, Mama gonna get it together, honey. All right, here we go. The trick is to roll it out as much as you can. All right. Don't have to rush, don't have to be fancy, don't have to be pretty. Because when we roll our dough out and we cut our donuts out, we're gonna put them on a pan. Now my oil is getting hot on the stove. And to be truthful with you, it's just about hot. Let me step aside for a second, excuse me, and turn it down on low. Okay, because what we're gonna do is when we roll our dough out, we're gonna put it on our pan and we're gonna cover it up for about 2 or 3 minutes. And what's going to happen is those donuts are going to continue to rise and they're going to get big, and that's what we want. We want to let the donuts rise for another 5 or 6 minutes. I know I said 2 or 3 minutes, but 5 or 6 minutes. And then when the donuts have risen a little bigger after we've cut them out. Now, if you don't have a cookie cutter, it's all right. Use the top of a glass cup or, you know, one of your favorite coffee mugs. That'll work too. It really will, seriously. I tell you, this dough smells so doggone good. This is a very easy recipe. Okay, now wait, I got my pan for the children, honey. All right, so mama got a pan for y'all, right? So remember I told y'all, move my paper towel. That's what we're gonna lay our donuts on as we cut them out, okay? Just push down, and I'm just gonna push down and turn. All right, and the reason why I'm letting them stay like this is because I wanna cut the donut holes in them, all right? All right. All right, so now I'm just gonna press down in the center, just turn, press down in the center and turn, press down in the center and turn, and you just take your time. See, the donut hole came out, and if you have a little bit of flour on the side, on the end, that's okay. Just lightly brush it out, okay? Lightly brush it out, because you don't want all that in the oil and then that flour burns, right? So you put it up there, so let's keep going. There you go, nice. All right, I did that one a little bit too fast. You want nice size donuts and donut holes. And like I said, if you don't have a donut cutter for the small ones, this is what you can do. Take the top of a soda bottle, you know, and what you do is rinse that cap, wash it out with some Dawn liquid detergent, dry it out with a paper towel, and then what you want to do, make sure you dry it out real good, and then let it air dry for a couple of hours before you make your donuts, because you want to make sure everything is nice, freshly clean, everything that you use or you touch. Now these donut balls are going to continue to rise, honey. They're going to get big. They're going to get big, so don't be alarmed, because remember, it's yeast, and yeast continues to rise, right? And I like to keep everything close together. Everything, right? Okay. Just have them close together. Don't want the dough to tear. These are going to be real big, I promise you. The trick is to keep them all nicely connected, side by side. As a matter of fact, I think I want to put this one right here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Perfect. Donut holes, like I said, are going to get real big. You got to make sure that oil is super hot. And it's only going to take a minute. I'm going to show you how we're going to do these. And I'm going to show you how to make them sweet as well. Okay, you're going to love them. Just lift this dough a little bit. Kind of take my time. Let me just take my time. Let Angela take her time, honey. Got one donut out. Let me see if I can get another one. Yes, I did. I got this one out. All right, got all of them out. We want to shake that, just get all that excess flour off. Try to keep them all nice and circular. Okay. And don't worry about it if you made a mess with the flour, honey. That's what Dawn liquid detergent is for. I live by it, honey. I'm always in here cleaning. Love to clean. All my life, I just love cleaning. Alright, just try to keep them very pretty and circular. You don't want to tear them up. Okay. Alright. You guys are going to be so impressed with these donuts. I'm not going to kid you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over here. Okay. Give you all a good picture of what I'm doing here. Move this camera back some. Alright. So that's what we're doing here. trick is to keep everything close together and it can continue to rise. All right. These are going to be so good, I promise you. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to continue the process. Just roll as much as you can, okay? And if you find yourself needing a little bit of more flour, just get you a little bit more flour, just sprinkle it on there. Because remember, dough gets sticky. You just want a little bit of flour just to roll that dough out as much as you can. Move our sugar out of the way. We're going to need our sugar in a little bit. It's time for us to get a little bit more flour. And I'm going to put a little bit here just in case I need some more. I need that much. Just going to put that to the side in case I need it. There we go. See how that dough is coming together? We just needed some flour. What I'm doing what Grandma and them used to do, just put you some on the side in case you need some more later. And if you get too much on your dough, just brush it to the side. It's all right. The key in the kitchen is to have fun and make magic. But it's got to be good magic, meaning taste good, good meals, good snacks. And we are going to have some little bloopers when we mess up, but key is to have fun in the kitchen, right? Know what you're doing. We live and learn every day. That's what my grandmother-in-law told me when I married my husband. We live and learn each other every day. You learn something new every day. And to be honest, it's the truth. And what we doing, honey, we making us some magic donuts, amen? All right, now, time for us to do the process again. More donuts. More donuts. More donuts. All right, now it's time to put it in the middle again. And this time I'm going to go down real slow because I don't want to have, not a good size. Okay. I wasn't happy with that one. All right, now we got that one out the way. So now we're going to start with this one. We got our little donut ball. Remember, if you have too much flour, just lightly brush it off. That's all you got to do. Okay, everyone, so we're going to continue to put our donuts on here. Just like that. Okay. And remember when I told you about the excess flour. Okay. All right, so I'll come back to you. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to keep on cutting them out, okay? I didn't want to hold the children long, honey. See how our dough is getting sticky? We don't want that. So we're going to keep it in a nice circle, just like that. I want to make sure everything is together. You're going to keep forming, okay? You're going to keep forming together and get real big. The trick is, as soon as you cut them out, go ahead and remove the donut holes as well, because the donut holes are going to get big. I'm going to tell you, they're going to get super big when they hit that oil. keep them closely tight together. Okay, and here's another donut. And if you keep letting them sit there, they'll stick together. Well, that's what we don't want. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll out the rest of this, and I'll come back when I'm finished. Now it's time for us. Our oil is nice and hot. I just touched my pan. It's nice and hot. I've got my bowl over here. I'm going to move my sugar over here as well because I want to show you what we're going to do with our sugar. You hear your oil bubbling hot? It's ready to go, okay? So now let's come over here. Let's get ready to do our donuts. I'm going to do a few, and I'm going to show you exactly what the donut and donut holes look like, okay? So here are our donuts and our donut holes, okay? This is what it looks like, okay? Here we are. So now what we're gonna do is gonna take the donuts, take a couple, and we're gonna put it in the oil and let them begin to cook. I'm going to cook a few to show you exactly, and you can hear them bubbling. That oil is hot. They're starting to rise up from the bottom of that skillet, and this is a 12-inch skillet. I'm using vegetable oil, and this is the Kroger brand. Any oil that you desire to use, but it has to be vegetable oil. If you use anything else, the extra virgin olive oil or whatever, the oil is going to get too hot, and your donuts are going to turn dark brown, and that's not what you're looking for, okay? We're looking for a light golden brown color to our donuts, okay? Now, like I said, I have a cup of sugar over here. We're not gonna put the whole cup of sugar over the donuts. Don't worry, I'm gonna show you. I have my spoon ready to go. I have my bowl ready to go. So when the donuts are ready to be flipped, they're gonna come out. We're gonna put them on our sheet. I have a sheet pan here, and I have some non-stick foil by Reynolds Wrap, and this is the parchment paper on top to catch that extra grease from the donuts, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're just going to let them get golden brown on one side. I'm gonna show you, then we're gonna flip the other side. It doesn't take long, it's just 2 to 3 minutes. It's really fast. Let me move the rest of my donuts onto here. They rise so fast. That's what we want. I'm here, everyone. Excuse me for a minute. I'm just trying to move more donuts onto the donut pan. I'm going to do a few with you all to show you, and then I'll come back once I get the rest of them done. I just want to show you what we're doing here and what you can look forward to do. All right, I'm just about done. Put the remainder of my donuts on here. Very good. Get this way. All right, nice. Okay, did you see our donuts have gotten real big? Just let them continue to do what they're gonna do. We're just gonna move them sort of closer together. They may not be able to stay together, but they're gonna expand in this oil, okay? So don't freak out, they're gonna expand. This is yeast we're dealing with. That hot oil. See how this one, you can tell this one right, let me show you something. See this one right here? That bad baby got big. That's gonna be Mama Biscuit. I mean, not Biscuit, Jesus. That's gonna be Mama Donut. I said biscuit. I actually have biscuits on my mind right now. All right, let's just let that brown for a minute or two. Let's see if this one is ready to be flipped. Nope, not yet. So it's gonna take a minute or so. It's not gonna take too long. I'll show you what we're looking for. It smells so good. You can smell the flavors coming up off this. It smells so good. Honey, I'm telling you. Once our keep saying biscuits, excuse me everyone. Once our donuts come up out of the oil, we put them onto our pan for a second. Just gonna put them on there for a second. I'm gonna put a few in the bowl, and I'm gonna show you what we're about to do, honey. You're going to love it. I'm telling you, you'll be making these almost every day. These are so easy. Let me see, is that ready? No, we're not ready yet. We're looking for a light golden brown. That's what we're looking for. You know the color of a donut. And see, I'm telling you, they're splitting up in layers. This one is a big baby here. This bad baby is about to split. I'm gonna keep that oil just going, honey. I have it at a number 5. I'm gonna crank it up to, let me turn it up a little bit more. And turn it up to number 6, okay? Now, this is electric stove, many of you know. So we need that oil to be hot. We don't need it to be too high though. So I'll stay right at number 6. That's where I need it to be. It smells so good. Not ready, not quite. They're all coming together too. It's beginning to brown. See, the oil is going to be on the, about middle of the donut. So when we flip it, you'll see a light golden brown, and you'll see the lightness in the middle of the donut where the oil is frying right around the middle. I'll show you. See, they're forming up real big. I hope everyone's having a good day. Let's check on this. Okay. See, this one is ready. That one's nice. That's ready. It's not as dark as I want them to be, but they're ready. And when you flip it and it browns on the opposite side, what we want to do is just tap it. Because when you tap it on top, it'll tell us if it's really hard. You just tell if it's really hard on the other side. That's when you know they're ready to come out, okay? We're going to flip that one. That's a perfect color. What we're looking for right there. Perfect. Perfect colors. Perfect colors. There you go. That's what we're looking for, honey. Check this one out. Look at there. Oh, yeah. That's what we're looking for. Light golden brown. Let's flip this bad baby. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's tap on this one. See if it's a little firm. Nope, it's not ready. You don't want to put too many in the skillet because you don't want them to cook too slow. They smell so good. I want to show you this big one. This bad baby don't split in half. Let me show you this one. It's not ready, but it's split in half. When you touch it on top, it's nice and hard. Just tap, just lift it up at the bottom. See, that's not ready. Not quite ready. Oh, it smells so good. I want to eat that big one. I cannot wait. And they're all just floating over there to that one side, honey. Mama, check this one right here. This one color my name too. Not ready. Almost ready. This bad baby, almost ready. Told you they don't take long to cook. That one's gonna come out next. I can tell you this one's gonna come out next. Look at there. Oh my God, that looks so good. Put that back over. Not ready. Lightly golden brown. Okay, this one is ready. Come on out, baby. See that? Let me bring my pan a little closer. See there? I'm going to show you what we're going to do with it. Don't worry, Mama forgot the children. Look at it. See that lightly golden brown? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I'm just going to go ahead and do a few with you to show you what we're doing here. Okay. That's the big baby we were waiting on. So let me turn this down really low. Now, show you what we're about to do. Mama's going to do a few of these with you, and then I'm going to come back once they're all done. All right, so what we're going to do is going to take our donuts, sit in a bowl right there, take a few of them, nice and hot, line them in the bottom of your bowl. I'm going to go ahead and put all of them in here. They're so good when they're nice and hot. All right. So we have 6 donuts in there, right? All right. Where's my spoon? Oh. All right. So now we got 6 donuts in there. I'll take a couple spoons and sprinkle sugar in there. I'm also going to put a recipe for the glaze as well, because you can use this or the glaze, either one. I'm going to put the recipe in there for you all. All right. So here's our sugar and our donuts. Cover it tight. God, it smells so good, honey. Yo, Jesus. Okay, make sure you got it on tight. You just shake. Shake. Alright. Then you're gonna open them up. Alright. I'm gonna put them on here. Ooh, that's coming apart, honey. And they fell apart in here. Look at this. They fell apart. Well, honey, we're gonna eat them. How about that? See this? Nice and firm. Nice and firm. Nice. Honey, they're so good. Oh, Jesus. Fell apart because they're hot. Mama should have waited till they cooled off. I'm gonna eat one for you all. Okay. Mama's gonna continue to cook these. They broke apart in the bowl because they were hot. But I have one here. Let me show you what they look like. Nice donut. Nice donut. See that? Yummy. Let me tell you. Woo. Let me show y'all what they look like on the inside. Okay, they're good. Okay. Mommy, I'll come back when she finished, babe. Okay, everyone, our donuts and our donut balls are done. Fresh and hot and looking good. Yes, Lord, they are looking good, honey. Yes, Lord. I want you guys to see the donuts. They're hot and they're yummy. I'll have all pictures up. I'll have the recipe to go with the donuts as well. You all are gonna love them. You truly are gonna love them. And it's so easy to make. This is what you want. And your family and loved ones and friends, they're going to enjoy them. All right, thank you. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Please give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. Leave me a message and let me know what you think about this recipe. And also, please share. Follow me on Instagram at Angela Southern Comfort Dishes and Seasonings. On Twitter, I'm at Angela Dishes. At Facebook, I'm at Angela Southern Comfort Dishes and Seasonings. Thank you. Stay safe, and I appreciate you all.
Like I've been born again.